Hey fellow A&P nerds, welcome back to A&P Nerd Headquarters, and what are you looking at right here? Well, obviously, a couple not too great pictures of somebody's head, the anterior and posterior sides. What's the purpose of this little lecture? Well, this is to go over human body regions. The point of this little lecture is not really for me to teach you the human body regions, but more for me to show you a technique for studying and maybe memorizing human body regions. It's a part of every first semester A&P course. You have to memorize a whole bunch of body regions, front and back side of the body. And the way I recommend that you do it is by drawing it out, like I have. So what I've done is created a series of pictures that we will then go ahead and label. So what I suggest you do is make a series of pictures of the body parts. You see here I have the head. Here I have a couple torsos. Here I have arms. And here I have legs. You have to be able to draw at least as well as I can. And yes, I just now drew these through the magic of video editing. I'll draw these out for you. You draw pictures like this, and I suggest that you draw pictures sections at a time, like the legs, the arms front and back, the torso front and back, and the head front and back, instead of trying to draw the whole body. And my hope is that you'll see by drawing these out yourself, you can actually learn this stuff faster. Oh yes, it's great to use your book, drill and practice, quiz yourself. You can use things you find everywhere that somebody else has made. But that usually takes you longer than you have. Time is never your friend, of course, in A&P, as you know. So take a look at your specific textbook for your course. Draw the body regions like I have right here. And then I'll tell you what to do next. So you can watch me actually draw these out. Let's take a look at that. So here we are back. Hopefully you have drawn your own pictures, or at least watch me go through this and then draw your own pictures. But remember, you need to stay specific to what's in your textbook for your class. I'm just using the textbook I'm currently teaching out of and labeling those parts. There are some slight variations here and there that you'll see, but essentially it will all be the same no matter what textbook you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and make a series of blanks that I can fill out for each particular body region that my book requires me to know. And I'll throw some colors in here, and then we'll go through and fill them out. So watch me make some arrows and blanks, and then you do the same on your picture. Okay, what you can see now is I've sort of labeled the heck out of these things. I've put labels with different colors so they stand out a little bit all over the place on these pictures that I so carefully made. And looking at these things, I can now use my textbook to fill in the blanks. And I'll stick with the same color code. What I suggest you do is use your textbook as a guide for creating your labels and then filling out your labels. So let's take a minute and do that. So you see what I've done is gone through and labeled each of these parts using the terms from my textbook, and then in parentheses, common English names, essentially, that will help me remember what these things are all called. Again, the purpose of this little lecture is not for me to teach you all these body parts as they're laid out in the textbook my students are using, but to show you a method for you to do the same thing with the textbook you're using. So go through with those body regions you are responsible for knowing. Make yourself some pictures and then label them. My hope is that this will take you less time than staring at a textbook. So again, the point is not for you to watch me do it, but the point is for you to do it yourself. I hope this helps you out a little bit in the memorization of your body regions.